Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our Paws On Animation channel and our podcast.
In today's podcast, we're covering our top 10 anime ships we wish were canon.
Yes, and this is another list we've been waiting to do for ages. We had a little more difficult time picking these and narrowing them down, but we finally got our choices.
Yeah.
But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and notifications on future podcasts from all the Pause videos and top 10 lists.
Yes, and we hope some of your favorites make this list. These are some of our absolute favorites, and we don't think that's going to change for a while. So with that, let's get started.
Yes. So at number 1, we have Deku and Uraraka. Screw the haters.
Yes, there was no way this could not be on this list, and we forgot to say this is not in any particular order.
Right.
We love them all.
Yeah.
And Deku is precious. He's
Right.
my precious, and I want him to be the #1 hero. And Uraraka, I love her too, and I want her to be with
It's
Deku,
like, how do you
the hero.
It's
And I
like-
want them to be married and have superhero babies.
It's like, how can you hate them? Come on.
And we've seen from the beginning where he thought he was talking to a girl, standing there, been in love with her, and he wasn't so sure about her, and she really wanted to stick to her superheroing. And then in the last season, where she stuck up for him and told the whole world to get off her man's back, he's doing a good job in supporting him. We knew they were in love.
Yes.
So our number 2 pick is Urahara and Yoruichi from Bleach. And
yeah, can you believe it?
Yes. And I've always loved this ship.
And
I think it should be canon. It should have been canon. And we see lots of people love it online
Yeah.
for many reasons.
Yeah, surprisingly, we saw this is a popular ship on there.
Their personalities go together. They're both gorgeous. They're both
Yeah.
funny. It just works. And he likes his pretty kitty. It's obvious he likes his pretty kitty.
Oh,
It's
no.
obvious.
Oh, no.
But you like him as a character. And he's a sensei.
Yeah.
And she's also a sensei.
Yeah, a great character in herself, too.
Yes. And very likable. So this is one of those ships that maybe the writers didn't exactly want to endorse. But
Or they
the
know what they
viewers-
had, yeah.
Right, but the viewers love it. And so do we. We are team.
Whatever her ship name is,
Ship.
yeah. If there's a ship name, we don't know it, so.
Right.
Okay, so the third one is
Hori and Kashima!
from Nozaki-kun, though we want them all to be canon. so-
Mostly girls know that.
Yes. And this one is because this manga has been going on for 10 plus years, and no one in the main cast together yet. It's like, how much longer are you gonna drag this out?
Now, if you follow us on which now X, used to be Twitter, Twix, now X, you've seen Rascal have this as our avatar. Rascal used to post about her every single day, and now she's leaving us wanting more because she stopped.
Right, it's like, oh, I ran out.
You've seen us pick him every time someone says a favorite or a hot guy or ships, and we love Kashima. And I think the thing that sticks out about this ship is you love both characters.
That's true.
And in here, they're the most unlikely pair.
Right.
Hori is 5'4", Kashima's 5'9", and all the guys and girls want Kashima, but Kashima is in love with no one in the entire world but Hori.
And it's hilarious as heck to watch. So much so that every time that it's actually the most popular ship in the anime and the manga, and people are hoping just get them together first, worry about Nozaki later, forget the main character.
And some of the most comedic moments come between the interactions between these two and the reactions of those around them.
Right.
So if you haven't watched Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, watch it.
Right.
Simply
It's
for
funny.
this ship.
It's
is
only
worth
12
watching.
episodes, so you'll be done quick.
Yes.
Then
Ship number 4 is Vash and Meryl. That's
either-
the Stampede 2023.
Oh, I'm about to say either one or
2023.
specifically that. Okay.
Trigun Stampede. Specifically that we know it was there and actually was canon in the end.
Yeah, and the
but
other
we
one.
love the Stampede version more because of all the antics and the
interactions
comments and the interactions.
and the
And
tons
Vash,
of fan
you
art.
already know. We know he's hot and he's over 200. So all of us can love him. So don't come at us.
He's over
And
200.
Meryl, we adore Meryl. She's like this tiny girl.
A little
and
Lois
he's
Lane.
This big, tall, gorgeous guy. And on screen coming up, a post we took off Twitter, Twix, X.
Whatever it is.
Where this person said that he's so big and tall.
It's like
walking
a wall.
Yes, walking
it's like a brick wall.
And it's like
How
I'll walk
big
into
is
that
this guy?
wall any day. And so we're Meryl. So we love them together. They're adorable. And at the end of season 1, you kind of weren't sure in this version.
Right, because they had to change how he acted because it wouldn't be appropriate now.
But in the end, when he came out of that to grab his woman and make sure that knife did not kill her, we knew
That's
it was canon.
It's like, okay, that was much more subtle.
It was canon for all of us before that, but that confirmed it. So Bash and Meryl are number 4.
Yes. And number 5, alright, we know it, James and Jesse!
Pokemon!
Or Rocket Ship if you want to use the ship moniker.
There's no way they could not make this list.
20
We don't give a darn what the writers say.
25 years!
Or the creators say.
25!
Or the mama say. We don't care.
Like, screw you! 25 years, and you still gonna leave us hanging with that and just go jump ship to another one. No, this is canon!
And you know how iconic this couple is because they've inspired so many others over the decades in Western animation, in anime,
and cosplay.
On Big City Green.
Yes, they made their own Team Rocket couple in there.
You can't help loving them. Even when, and I'm going to mention this although they don't like to anymore, even when they cross-dress, they were compatible. She wanted to dress in a more masculine outfit, and then to be compatible with her, he dressed in a more female one. It's like, how much more can they love each other, people?
Right? It's like, how are you blind? Are you blind? and yes, you already know they're our favorite characters in Pokemon. We still love Ash and Pikachu and the trios and stuff that they have throughout the series. But you already know Team Rocket to us were the best part of Pokemon.
And the best part is they've always been there for each other. Good or bad, evil or not, fake villains or real villains, they're there for each other, and we're there for them.
Yes.
James and Jesse, we love you.
Yes.
Ship number 6, Shoya and Shoko from A Silent Voice.
Yes,
and
the more calmer one.
Yes, Sylveon. And even in the manga, they leave it open-ended as to whether they became a couple or not.
Right.
But we really wish that the ship had been made canon. They went through so much in the story. They grew as people and character development. They grew closer to each other. They learned to appreciate each other. And you even think watching them, they've learned to love each other.
Yeah.
And so much tragedy and heartache brought them together.
Right. And a little serious for this particular one is that we get that, like, Disney and other studios think, oh, you don't need romance, they don't need a partner, they don't need any of this because it makes you weak. Mm-hmm. Well, you can. This is movies proof enough that that's not true. It actually helps when somebody has somebody else to rely on, especially if they're in a romantic relationship. It's been proven many times before you can help each other grow. So having it in here would have been no different. We already would have been just fine with that if it was canon.
Yes, so this is one of the more serious anime, but they, through their growth, we think make
it's perfect for that. Yeah.
So that's why we ship them.
Right.
Number 7 is another monthly Girls Nozaki-kun couple.
Yes. Nozaki and Chio.
Yes.
Because they're crazy and oblivious as heck.
And these are supposed to be the two main characters.
Right.
They get upstaged by Hori and Kashi.
Right, because they're just crazier.
But Nozaki is big, tall,
boring,
handsome, and boring. And Chio loves him like he's the greatest thing ever created in the history of the world. And she's clueless and she's a little stupid. But we love her anyway. And this is what makes this ship so fun. Their interactions are just crazy. And she thinks of Nozaki 24/7. Everything is Nozaki. And she finds a way to make it about him.
Nozaki! It's like, talk about hyperfixation. That's a whole new level.
And what's fun is you see that throughout the manga that he's growing to like her more, and little things like knowing that if she got lost, she'd be eating, and they found where she was. And we just hope by the end of this manga they are a canon ship, a canon couple, because they should be.
Right.
Number 8 is San and Ashitaka from
Princess
Mononoke Studio Ghibli.
You might even know that were their names.
Yes. We love them in here. Again, a couple brought together through tragic events that are happening.
Yes.
And growing together, couple character development. We absolutely love this ship that we found wasn't canon.
We were surprised, and I guess based on some of their interactions, I guess you could see why, but Ghibli is famous for their little ships they have in there, even though they weren't the main focus of the movies. You pretty much loved every ship Ghibli has had in the films.
But this one has a special place because it never became canon.
Right.
And so it makes our list.
Right.
Number 9 is one of Rascal's favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Homegrown.
Right. Bakugo and Jiro from My Hero Academia.
Yes.
What?
And we see little interactions between them in latter seasons.
Mm-hmm. And like season 4 onwards, yeah.
Yes. And I think they would make a great couple. I couldn't see it at first, but as time continued to pass, I got in line with this ship.
and believe it or not, this actually was something I had by accident. I was doing a Deadpool spoof. Didn't know who to cast as Vanessa. I went with someone random at first and then updated to Jiro because she seemed to match. And more I started editing with it, the more I liked it. It was like, why isn't this canon? So now it was kind of caught on with quite a few people.
Yeah, you see
like,
it
come
a lot
on.
on Twitter. So it's a very popular ship. We'll find out if it becomes canon by the end of the series.
Right, because we're getting close to the end. So.
Yes, and last but not least,
now please know this is a
one
whole...
you may not be familiar with,
and please know
that
this
we
is
didn't
fun.
know even existed, but when we
It's
found
so
out,
fantastic.
we fell in love with it.
Oh my god.
It's Nanami Kento from
And-
Jujutsu Kaisen and Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
Yes, we are serious. And this whole thing started when they had the Shibuya arc airing every week, and people were going to be so devastated that they ended up creating this whole fandom of itself of shipping JJK characters with Disney princesses. And somehow this exploded into its own fandom so people didn't have to be miserable seeing these characters get taken out during the arc.
Now, there's several, but this is only one worth mentioning because
It's
I absolutely fell in love with it when I saw it.
One.
And Nanami is happy. I think that's what makes me so happy is he's happy.
Right, because he
And
gets
he
screwed
finally
over.
gets the girl, and he gets to be happy because he wasn't happy in JJK.
It's like, hey,
It took him out, and he got the happiness he deserved in this show.
In this, yeah. And believe it or not, this is the most popular one out of all the pairings they got in that.
And as you can see,
It's
the
so
artwork
weird.
is so cute, and you can see even where they've taken the official artwork from anime and official photos and put them together to make the ships,
Right.
and
And
I
it's such
absolutely love it and adore it.
And it's such a weird and unexpected thing, and yet somehow they made it work. It's more thought out than some of these other ships people got out there.
And we could probably go through a long list of why, but we don't have time for
No,
that.
we don't.
This ends 10 anime ships which were canon. Did any of your favorites make the list? Let us know in the comments. And if they didn't, tell us the ones we missed. What are your favorites, and what ships do you know have not become canon or may never become canon that you wish were? Tell us what you think.
Right. And be sure to like, subscribe, and notification bell to some future podcasts, Willow Paws videos, and top 10 lists.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing in our joy.
Yep.
We love having these podcasts with you. Be sure to look out for on our top 10 favorite Studio Ghibli canon ships.
The canon ships, yeah.
Because yes, we have some. And see if any of yours make that list as well. Feel free to share the podcast. It helps our channel a lot. And thank you so much for subscribing. You are a spin.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment.
And Mom Entertainments.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.
Flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? My man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to you later on in the form of a locket. People in the back, for the people in the front. For the people on the side, for the people